So hello everybody. My name is Bernard. I'm one of the co-founders of Parq Ubud, as Christian has already described. For the most of you who have never been to Parq Ubud just yet, I'd highly recommend for you to visit us. It's been quite a journey since the first day we started this project. Initially, it was just a small idea to build a small villa complex. And since then, we have changed the whole idea of what our living complex should be. And this is how we came up with how Parq Ubud is today. I prepared a short presentation just to give people who have not been here an idea of how we look like.
Cool.
So bear with me with these technical details.
Yeah, no worries. You go to the lower part of the screen with your mouse, and there should be a button in the center, share screen. You just hit the button, and then usually the software takes it automatically. Whatever you have on your screen is going to be shared.
Okay. So I think it's desktop 2. Okay. Right.
Not yet.
Okay. Does it work now?
Not happening so far. There's a green button.
Okay, let's try this again. Okay. It probably works now.
Yeah, now it's coming. Yeah, coming up.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, I can see the unit page. Yeah, good. Yeah, Parq Ubud, future. Good. It's all yours.
So, okay. So Parq Ubud, the future of co-working and co-living. So let's start with an overview of what the place where most people hang out is. This is our central courtyard. It's the main boulevard of Parq Ubud. It's where most of us hang out. As Christian, you probably already would be familiar by now. Yes.
Yes, definitely.
So what is Parq? Like, as we started to, as the project began to evolve, we thought that we could actually bring, or rather create, a global creative town for most of our inspiring entrepreneurs, artists, and possible investors to even come and join us on board this project. We didn't think about just building something, but we wanted a very comprehensive place where people can come and live and work and play, and everything that you do in life, but you do it in one holistic place. So as we began to build the living units, we thought, okay, we need to feed the people who live here. And that's how we start to think like, okay, we need to build restaurants. And once we did that, we thought, okay, people need to work, a space to work. And that's how our entire concept of co-working, co-living came about. And this was at a time when we had this massive burst globally of co-working spaces. But they're pretty much all offices. And it's not, the idea was to expand Parq to a size where you can keep enough people to build a very proper community. So we create this entire master plan that balances nature, lifestyle, and commercial elements so that everyone can live comfortably and also sustainably. So where is Parq? So we are located in Ubud. We're about 3 kilometers north of Ubud Palace. That's the landmark you probably need if you ever come to visit us. So the idea so if you're in Ubud, you will probably realize that Ubud is pretty much the center of Ubud is pretty much the square, like it's a sort of like a mini grid. So where all these little shops and what do you call it, artist centers are located. So one of our secret plan is also to try and shift the center of Ubud to Parq. So if we have enough mass, enough size, so I think there's a potential for us to do that. So everything will be in one whole place. But at least that's what we aspire to be. So co-working. So we never thought to compete with any other co-working spaces. We did what we like to do. We just thought about what people will need. And from there, we sort of went step by step. The entire park did not start from a master plan of any sort. We literally just went step by step. Until today, we're still building, as Christian, you could also see every day. Yes.
Yes, every day too.
Every day, yeah. We're
Not
still
only
building.
see,
We're still
also
going.
hearing. Yeah.
You also hear it, yes.
Yeah.
I apologize for the noise. So we try to make the co-working spaces not so office-like. Every pocket of space that we have, we turn it into something different, something like a home where you can just laze on a couch or sit on the table or sit on the floor, um, and pretty much you work creatively, whether you want to work alone or if you want to work in a group. Like our space pretty much caters for such work groups. We have our co-working space is actually called campus, as what campus should be. So we not only create or provide a working space, we also try to build a certain network where we connect businesses and people together. So if you want to have a certain need of a graphic designer, we try to put them together, or any like a music studio, we put you together. And it's really all this sort of stuff which happens every day. That's what we try to do. We try to bring all these people and industries together via our co-working spaces. And when we opened in late 2019, actually, so we're in we opened in September 2020. That's when a lot of people came to us and they saw what we built in our living spaces. And they said, like, can we live here already? And this was a time where we were not very ready, but we allowed people to live if they didn't mind that there was still a bit of unfinished rooms in all their spaces. And from there, they did, like, the people who came here didn't mind at all that we were not so finished. And as we allowed people to live with us, we formed this community. Some of our first generation of residents are still with us still today, 1 year on, and we're very grateful for that. Our living spaces, like if I'm going to show you now, every different room has its own bespoke finish. So no two rooms are ever the same. At the moment, we have 24, well, I would say 24 living units. And then we have about close to 50 mini living units. And then as we are starting to launch our apartments as well, so we will go up to 33 of these apartments. But in total, when we finish, we will have 350 living units. So it's a big community, and it will be very, very cool towards finish. So Christian, do you live here actually? I'm not sure if you actually live here.
No, I'm not living here. No, I'm
Okay,
hanging
you
around quite a
should.
bit, because
Right.
I'm working quite a bit at the moment, yes.
Right.
But I'm having an office, and I'm living, but I'm living around the area, yes.
Okay, like come live with us.
No, no, no. Working is enough. I mean, this is good.
Okay, okay, all right.
But I will have friends moving in. We're thinking about some friends from Germany thinking about coming. And it's amazing. I mean, especially the creativity, what Bernard says is not one room is the same. I mean, I'm always amazed when I go through the construction sites is every room is different. I say like, who the hell, who has all thought about these different concepts, Bernard? I mean, how are you doing this? I mean, also buying all these different like furnitures and pictures and like ideas and tiles. Amazing. Like this variety of creativity is just mind-blowing sometimes.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, we try. Like this is what we do. We try. We try our best. We're devoted to excellence.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So, what? Okay, so this is just another slide of what one of our living units look like. You should move in already, Christian. So back to what I said earlier, if we were to house all these people, we also probably need to feed them as well, and not just feed them with anything. As Christian, you're very familiar. We have several restaurants and eating spaces that provides very different gastronomy experience. We have a vegetarian restaurant. We have a Japanese restaurant. We have our bakery or cafe, and of course our main kitchen, which pretty much churns out all this great food, which actually, like, people have been telling me it's very, very good. So that's a plus point for us. So I'm happy with that. Well, we're happy with that. So aside from playing and eating, we also try to create a certain retail therapy. We work with several brands who have come to one of our retail shop that puts their stuff there, and we sort of work together and sell it to our residents, so they don't need to go anywhere. Our retail, some of our spaces for retail, we've actually never actually accounted for retail spaces. If to be honest, it's pretty much just restaurants and workspaces. But as people started to come, they thought like, oh, can we open a shop here? And this is how we started to allocate spaces for retail. And we're still trying to allocate more shops, and when we can't, we hold certain bazaars, like markets, when we can. There's an upcoming one for Christmas. It will look something similar to what's on screen right now, but much cooler. This was the ones on screen. It's our sort of, I think, our second attempt at the market. This was during a time. It was a fashion market. Yeah, it's called
market.
Yeah.
Actually,
it was a fashion market.
Like our team member Leisha, she was involved in the organizing, right? In the helping you to organize it.
Yes. Correct. She was. I think she probably still will be for the next one as well.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah.
You have an amazing team there, like I must say, and like excellent. The word you're striving for excellence is, I would say you are doing excellence.
Thank you. We try. We really try every day. Like Andre and I probably are here like 12, 14 hours a day. We've been here since 2.5 years ago, and I think nothing's changed. Just like now we have a roof and coffee. Before it was just rice fields.
Yes. Yeah. Please.
So, yes.
If I like, of course, that part, I don't want to cut that. You please go ahead, because this is so beautiful. If you talk about that one, please share that with everybody.
Okay. So there's work, there's play, and then the bridge clearly is health. So when this and as we started to go towards the end of the plot, we thought like, okay, people need to be healthy. That's what Ubud is really about, like the well-being of an individual. And so we created or start to build this wellness temple, which houses our yoga, spa, sauna, gym, and well, I don't have it in the photos, unfortunately, today, but we have a concert hall, which which is what the main attraction would be for Parq, probably hopefully a year from now when the island opens up. It's a proper concert hall where we can host mega yoga events. We can also host orchestra, opera, maybe just festivals in general, like in a house, like in a closed environment where we will not be a noise pollution to the neighborhood. But at the moment, we have one of the biggest and comprehensive yoga spaces. We have 4 yoga halls in total. And when the big hall opens, then we have 5. It depends on how people will use it. We have a gym. Like Christian, you've been to our gym, yes? Which
I mean,
just
the
opened.
machines are the best machines in Bali. I mean, you have not like really like looked for, again, excellence on each item.
Thank you. Thank you. Like well, I don't really use the gym. Like I couldn't find the time, but from the feedback, it's pretty much it's bar none. That's what I heard. So thank you. Like it's also thank you to everyone's feedback, that what they need. So we try to cater to what people need. It's not just like what we want. It's what people need. I think that's very, very important. Our spa and our spa area, we also do it very bespoke. We don't just put a room and a bed, but we try to make it look very, very nice as well. I think which we have succeeded to some point, but it's still work in progress. It will look better as time goes by. Sauna. So sauna is a big hit. Like I never understood sauna was so popular until we built it and people started filling it up. So our sauna is probably one of the biggest as well. Like somehow we go for the biggest. Like I think the idea is like build it and they will come. And that's subconsciously what we try to do as well. So all these spaces which I've mentioned earlier, like just to give you an overview of how Parq looks like. So this is just a zoning, like which I've just like put together just now. So we have the work area, and then we have the living area, and then you can see towards the right there is a wellness and living. It's because the building at the lower section will be the wellness, gym, spa, hammam, yoga, and at the top will also be living units, which is very well made, and the noise will never be affected. And then towards the far left, that small little circle, semicircle there, it's actually a retail building which we will build soon. So Ubud doesn't have a shopping, what do you call it? Like Ubud doesn't have a retail building at the moment. So that's what we attempt to address. It will be a 3-level retail building. It will span about close to 2,000 square meters of usable space. We've already had people inquiring and wanting to put their brands there. In the center, the townhouses next to the big pool. So those are townhouses which will be for sale. It's for sale at the moment. Units have already been going off and still more to be sold. So these are permanent units where people don't rent, but people buy, and they live there for forever, pretty much, if they choose. So we have pretty much a very mixed development at Parq. As this diagram shows. So the secret, well, not really a secret, is that we will soon be expanding a bit to the north. So if you look at this diagram, we will go further north. So Parq will double in size. So that's in the work, that's in the pipeline. So whatever we have now, so we're gonna make it twice bigger.
Yeah.
We're building a whole community.
Bernard, I love your optimism. I really appreciate it like so much. I mean, like you, like we are in the really deepest depth of like people coming to Bali, and you are doubling the biggest investment already here. Like, where do you take your optimism from? Like, well, like, please share that with us, because like we heard so many things about it. Like, what is it like? That's amazing.
It's having fun in what we do. It's pretty much that, you know. Like I always I've told myself for many years, like every morning I will wake up and I will ask myself, like, do I like what I'm doing today? So if ever the answer changes to no, I will quit immediately. But the answer has never changed in loving what I do every day, which is to create, to make. So because of this enthusiasm and optimism, as you said, Andre and I never wanted just to build just another space. We build a space to pull to pull creative people together, which I think we're doing at the moment. Community kinship. The residents here are very close to each other. They form a bond, not just amongst themselves, but also to us. So it's almost like a very big family. We're obsessed with the culture of making and creating and just generating and developing new ideas. Because of what we do here, like the ideas that we have, we can execute because we have a very good team, and it's this team which we will also what do you call it, the help. We will also sort of share with people who actually come and be with us. It's not just for us, it's really for everyone. So I think our curiosity, Andre and my curiosity is what also what you call it, translate into what we do at Parq. And I think ultimately it's devotion to excellence. It's what brings us forward, and it will bring us further, I hope, in time to come. Yeah, Christian.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So it's pretty. So towards the end of my presentation, it's sort of like a mantra which I keep for myself. Like, if you want to go fast, you go alone. If you want to go far, you go together. And it is how far we've come. And I think we have a much longer and further journey to go. But otherwise, all is good. Everything is great.
Yeah, thank you, Bernard. Thank you for giving us that insight. Like for those of you who haven't been here and who want to come closer, and also invite like friends or like people who want to like visit Bali for like longer than like a month or 2 or 3. Like, Parq is a perfect location to stay, because as Bernard, as you say, there is already a community, there's already a life going on, like a family, and you can feel it. That's really truly amazing. And like we have another like two minutes here to 3 minutes, like to finish that very like informative presentation and talk from you, and also the way you're presenting it is like really making me even like stay like even more here at Parq. What is your like vision for Bali for 2022, and what is it? What are the steps you're taking to make that vision come true, Bernard, for yourself and for Parq?
Ooh. Well, first vision is I hope the world will eventually relax and open up. But what we can do, the steps that we are doing to arrive at this vision. Well, we cannot open the borders. That's for sure. But what we can do is to create a very holistic space, because people have been sort of trapped very long in where they are. And I'm very sure that they cannot wait to go out. but even if they go out, they would still like to be connected to home, and they still want to have the convenience of where they come from, to be able again to work, to play, to be well. And that's how we want to, and that's what Parq is going to address. Like, people can come to the island and don't feel like they're in a village. They're still like in a city of sorts, just with more green. And we still have very, very fast internet, Christian. So life is good on the island.
I mean, like, for all those guys who are not on the island, like, this is really one of the major things here. Like, if you have a fast internet connection, like, you're really sharing that. So, like, Bernard, thank you very much for joining us today here on the World Bali Forum, and making this forum a success for all the participants, like, internationally being on the call. I saw Hannah, like, from Madrid, just joined in, and also for those who are looking at it afterwards, because this is an amazing opportunity. I'm just having a friend coming in, like, in January, and he's like pondering about like staying here at Parq, and also the next steps you're really sharing is like really this well-being, like having already something which is ready for you here, which makes it easier to transition either for a shorter period of time or to the beginning of a longer journey. And that's amazing. I mean, I really appreciate your efforts and your contribution you're putting into the Bali community here. Thank you, Bernard.
Thank you.
And,
Thanks a lot,
your team.
Christian. Like, it's very kind.
Thank you.
It's very kind of you. We will be better.
Yeah. Go forward with your excellence, and people will come, and they're already coming. I mean, you know that. Yes, cool. And we have like, Bernard, thank you. And I will share your Insta and website later. And but you can just Google it on Maps.